Am I quitting quantum gravity? I think I probably am going to quit my theory of quantum gravity and leave it here and leave it at this point of its development, since I think I've carried this candle as long as I can carry it, or as long as I'm willing to carry it, I think. I'm not willing to continue doing this. I'm not really willing to write about it anymore. I'm not really willing to do videos about it anymore because I mean, I'm sort of bored of the whole thing. Or not bored of it so much as exasperated with it, really. And it's not doing myself any good. It's not doing my mental health any good. It's caused me a lot of stress over the years. I mean, my mental health problems aren't, quantum gravity related. They're not. They don't arise as a result of my quantum gravity thinking and my model. Um, Nor does my model, I think, arise as a result of mental health problems, as some people might like to suggest. But it's the sort of reactions I've been receiving actually just from ordinary people on the internet, and some of the like unkind, unfair comments about it all. And there's usually a kind of mental health discrimination twang, tinge to some of those comments, and yeah, I don't know how much further I can carry the candle without just repeating myself. Also, there's also that element of things, how I can, I'll just end up saying, gravitational fields are electron densities and so on and so forth. They reflect light. This is, explains the reflective capacity of stars and so on. They exchange W particles with atomic nuclei and so on and so forth. And we've got this whole problem with antimatter in the model and how to integrate that. And I have an answer for that also. I can just say that, the anti-down quark, for instance, is an up quark that swallowed a W minus particle, for instance, and so the apparent anti-down quark decays very quickly into other particles, while really it's just an up quark mimicking a down quark for a brief moment in time, and so on. And you can use standard model particles in varying ensembles and use those to explain different phenomena. And that's actually not all that much unlike what quantum field theory does anyway. That's the other thing also. So I am trying to do quantum field theory. I'm trying to do all this properly. I'm not, coming along, I think, with some entirely wacky new idea that seeks to subvert the whole of the rest of physics that's gone before it. I think what I am trying to do is take an integrative approach to quantum gravity models as extant, and seek to join up all the missing dots and find something that's reasonable and coherent, easy enough to explain to ordinary people, crucially, explicable to physicists themselves, who very often I think might just be pretending to have a level of understanding of nature that they don't really have. And it might be like what Wolfgang Pauli said. He said something akin to, we might never understand quantum mechanics, we might just deepen our misunderstanding of nature. Or something like that. The very funny Wolfgang Pauli, who originally wanted to be a comedy actor, not a physicist, apparently. And I want to be a comedian, I think, not a physicist. And I've been thinking more recently, I never really wanted to be a theoretical physicist to begin with. I wanted to be a stand-up comic and a writer, or a writer of science fiction and a stand-up comedian. So I think I'll stick with those things and leave physics alone. And it's not such a bad thing either. I don't think I'm ever going to lose my interest in science and the natural world and philosophy and these sorts of things, but I think I'm at a point in my life, I'm 30 now, where I've got to be more focused and I've got to stop exploring different avenues and focus upon a few different things that I can do, that I need to focus all my energy on, really, like stand-up comedy and writing, which, I mean, that's a big task in itself, to be a writer of novels and to also be a stand-up comic. Most stand-up comics don't write novels as well as being a stand-up comic. So I might have to, dispense with even one of those ambitions. Let alone the physics stuff in addition to this. So yeah, I think it's time to kiss quantum reality goodbye, and along with you, lovely people, goodbye, bye, 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 bye. And yeah, I'll just leave what I've done of it kicking around on the internet for anyone who's interested in looking at it. And that shall be its fate, I guess, doomed to the databanks of the online world. Bye everyone, I love you lots, see you soon.